Welcome to the Adept. Today we're diving deep into the subtle energies that flow through and around us, and how harnessing them can heal trauma and transform our reality. In many spiritual traditions, human beings are seen as conduits between earth and heaven. We receive energy from the ground beneath us and from the cosmos above. Sexual energy, often known as kundalini, or the Gaia current, is said to rise upward from the earth, while cosmic solar energy is said to descend from above. These two currents meet in the center of the chest, at the heart, creating what can be thought of as a fusion of heaven and earth within the human body. In this video, we'll explore how these energies work together through breath, how this process can clear trauma, and how an open heart in this state becomes a powerful force for manifestation. Let's begin by understanding the two energy currents and their meeting point in the heart. Earth energy rising, kundalini, versus cosmic energy descending. Kundalini is often described as a primal feminine energy coiled at the base of the spine. When awakened, it flows upward through the body's subtle channels, chakras, towards the crown of the head. This ascending current is associated with the earth and is nurturing, creative, and purifying in nature. You can think of Kundalini as the life force that moves upward, bringing warmth, movement, and emotional energy. In contrast, the descending current is often characterized as a more masculine, cosmic, or solar energy. A beam of inspiration, structure, and consciousness flowing down through the crown chakra from the universe. As one commentator put it, masculine energy, descending current, is the energy of doing. It connects us to the cosmos. Feminine energy, ascending current, is the energy of being. It connects us to the earth. In essence, these two energies represent complementary forces. The earth, feminine energy, provides vitality, intuitive flow, and emotional depth, while the cosmic, masculine energy provides guidance, pattern, and form. A beautiful analogy from a spiritual discussion compares feminine energy to the colors of a painting and masculine energy to the paintbrush. One supplies creative raw material, and the other gives it shape and direction. We see similar symbolism in the heart chakra's traditional symbol: two interlocking triangles, one pointing upward and one downward, representing the union of ascending and descending forces. The heart, where heaven and earth meet. The human heart chakra, Anahata, sits at the midpoint of the body's main energy centers, with three chakras below: root, sacral, solar plexus, and three above: throat, third eye, crown. It is literally the calm center between heaven and earth, balancing our earthly nature and our spiritual nature. In other words, the heart is the meeting place of the rising earth energy and the descending cosmic energy. When these currents converge in the heart, they fuse into a coherent state of being. A healthy, open heart chakra integrates the material and the spiritual, the human and the divine within us. What happens when your heart becomes this meeting point of coherent energy? In this harmonious state, the heart acts as a powerful oscillator. It begins to broadcast the blended frequency of these energies throughout your body's electromagnetic field. Science has shown that the heart is an electromagnetic powerhouse. It generates a field about 60 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain's field. This toroidal, donut-shaped field surrounds your body and can be detected several feet away by sensitive instruments. Crucially, the heart's rhythmic energy field changes based on your emotional state, and others around you can literally pick up on these energetic vibrations. HeartMath Institute researchers explain that your heart emits an electromagnetic field that changes according to your emotions, and others can detect the quality of those emotions in your field. In a state where your lower currents are clear, Kundalini fully rising without blockages, and your upper current is open, cosmic inspiration flowing in, the heart's energy becomes highly coherent. Positive emotions like love, compassion, and gratitude produce smooth, harmonious heart rhythms, a state known as heart coherence. The heart then radiates this coherence outward. It effectively imprints whatever state of being you are in, love, peace, fear, anger, etc., into the electromagnetic field around you. We have all felt this in everyday life. For example, being in the presence of someone whose heart is filled with warmth and positivity can subtly uplift your own mood. In fact, experiments indicate that when one person's heart is in a coherent state, it can influence the physiological rhythms of people nearby, essentially helping to entrain others into a more coherent state as well. As Psychology Today noted, we can even enter a room and sway the hearts and brainwaves around us by maintaining a state of heart coherence. Now extend this idea further. If everything around us is fundamentally comprised of energy fields, as quantum physics suggests, then a heart broadcasting a clear, strong signal can influence the probabilities of events and interactions in our environment. In spiritual terms, this is often described as shaping your reality. When your heart is resonating with a frequency, say, love or peace, it's not that you are forcing external outcomes, but you are creating a field in which certain outcomes are more likely to manifest. This is sometimes called the law of resonance or field resonance. The idea that the energy you consistently emanate will attract or organize corresponding experiences in your life. In practical terms, you can't attract abundance if you're broadcasting scarcity. You can't draw in love if you're transmitting loneliness, because the mismatch in frequency creates static. But when your inner vibration matches what you desire, the field amplifies it and reality clicks into place to reflect that state. So a coherent heart serves as a powerful bridge between the seen and unseen. It takes the raw creative energy from below and the subtle informational energy from above and oscillates them in unison. The heart's field then directly extends to everyone and everything around you, potentially influencing those external energy patterns. That's why many mystics say that being the state you wish to see is more effective than trying to get something. When you become peace or love, your heart's field carries that information outward, gently shaping your reality towards peace or love. The heart, in this view, is a manifestation engine powered by coherent energy. Breath as the conductor between heaven and earth. How do we ensure these two currents, earthly and cosmic, actually meet and cooperate? One accessible tool is breath. Breath is often called the bridge between body and spirit. Here, we can think of it as the conductor that coordinates the upward and downward energies. By using conscious breathing techniques, you can actively draw earth energy upward on the inhale and draw cosmic energy downward on the exhale, weaving them together in your heart center. Try the following simple exercise. As you inhale, imagine and feel the nurturing current of the earth being pulled up through your feet and spine. As you exhale, Visualize the radiant cosmic energy flowing down through the crown of your head and into your body. In a grounding meditation, practitioners often allow that deep earth energy to travel up on inhale, and then on exhale. Allow sky energy to flow down through the top of your head until it meets with the earth energy somewhere in the lower body or heart. In some traditions, like Taoist Qigong or certain yoga practices, the meeting point might be the lower dantian, belly, or the heart. Either way, the breath is guiding two currents to connect within you. When your breathing is smooth, deep, and rhythmic, it acts like a shuttle on a loom, continuously weaving heaven and earth together with each cycle. Inhalation pulls up the feminine, magnetic energy from the earth. Exhalation brings down the masculine, electrical energy from the sky. Over time, breathing in this conscious manner can induce a coherent rhythm in your nervous system. Interestingly, science supports the power of breath to create physiological coherence. Techniques like alternate nostril breathing or slow diaphragmatic breathing can synchronize heart rhythms and brain waves into more harmonious patterns. When you breathe between heaven and earth in a steady flow, you are effectively aligning not just these energies, but also your heart, lungs, and brain into a single, coherent waveform. This coherent breathing has tangible benefits. HeartMath research, for example, shows that slow, balanced breathing is one of the quickest ways to enter a heart coherent state, where your heart's electromagnetic field becomes highly organized. In our context, that means the breath is reinforcing the fusion of the upward and downward energies in the heart by keeping your physiology calm and receptive. The inhale literally stokes the Kundalini fire, carrying warmth and life force up. The exhale channels the cosmic light downward, like pouring soothing order into the system. With breath acting as the mediator, these energies begin to communicate and integrate within you, rather than working at odds. You might wonder what this feels like. With practice, you may notice a gentle tingling or warmth rising along your spine on inhales, and a relaxing, almost cascading sensation down the crown and forehead on exhales. Emotionally, inhaling might bring a sense of rootedness or maternal comfort as earth energy nourishes you, whereas exhaling can bring clarity or inspiration as celestial energy fills you. When the rhythm is smooth, you might feel a subtle wave-like motion or a pulsation in the chest, as if your heart were a bellows fanning a divine flame. Breath is the tool that keeps this interplay going, moment by moment, maintaining the balance of masculine and feminine forces inside. In essence, breathing with awareness of these currents turns you into a living loom where each breath weaves a tapestry of coherence between body and spirit. How this process clears trauma and blockages. Many of us carry traumas, emotional wounds, or energy blockages in our bodies. In energetic terms, a trauma can be seen as an area where the natural flow of energy has been disrupted or stopped moving. These are dense pockets of unprocessed experience, tension, pain, or emotional charge stuck in our field. How can something as esoteric as Kundalini energy rising or cosmic energy descending actually help heal these traumas? Let's break it down. When the ascending current, Kundalini, encounters a blockage, it's like a warm, flowing river reaching a cold, dammed-up pond. The rising energy brings heat, motion, and heightened awareness into the stagnant area. Think of how warmth can melt ice. Kundalini carries a kind of purifying heat and life force that starts to loosen up the rigid, frozen aspects of a trauma. One Kundalini practitioner noted that as this energy awakens, old traumas, patterns, and emotional blockages rise to the surface to be released. In other words, Kundalini stirs up the hidden or suppressed material, giving you the chance to finally feel and process it. This is often why during a Kundalini awakening or deep breathwork session, people might suddenly cry, tremble, or recall past hurts. The energy is literally flushing these out of the system. Meanwhile, the descending current brings in structure and pattern. You can think of this as a cooling, organizing force. If Kundalini is like a cleansing fire or flowing water, the cosmic energy is like a compassionate but firm hand that reshapes the clay. It introduces order where there was chaos. Esoteric teachings often say that divine energy carries intelligent information or blueprint of harmony. When this cosmic or solar current flows into a disordered area, it helps to reorganize the energy there into a healthier pattern. A useful metaphor from a discussion earlier: feminine energy provides the color and chaotic creative force, while masculine energy provides the harmony, the structure that makes sense of the chaos. So, in a blocked region of your psyche or body, the descending energy brings a stabilizing template of balance and wholeness. When these two forces converge on a trauma, you essentially get a 1-2 punch of healing. The blockage is first loosened and heated, so it becomes malleable, then repatterned and reintegrated into the larger energy field. Modern spiritual writers describe this as re-entrainment into coherence. The chaotic or incoherent energy of trauma gets entrained, synchronized to the coherent vibration of the unified heart field. As a result, that pocket of stuck energy can finally dissolve or release, instead of continuously looping as pain or unconscious triggers. This process isn't always comfortable, as many who've gone through deep healing breaths or Kundalini yoga can attest. Psychiatrist Lisa Nella famously compared the surge of Kundalini through blocked areas to an intense flow of water through a thin hose. It will whip about violently until the obstructions have been washed out and the channels widened. In plain terms, when powerful energy meets resistance in the body or psyche, you may experience shaking, emotional upheaval, or strange sensations as the block clears. But essentially, Kundalini, or serpent power energy, clears out or purifies the various chakras, energy centers in our bodies. And once those obstructions are gone, the energy flows smoothly. The tension or stored charge that was causing suffering is integrated, no longer acting like a splinter in your system. Let's illustrate with a concrete example. Suppose someone has a heart chakra blockage from a past heartbreak or betrayal. They feel an ache or tightness in the chest and have trouble trusting others emotionally. If they engage in breathwork or meditation that activates the upward earth current, they might feel warmth and pressure in their chest as old grief comes up. It could be intense, even leading to sobbing, energy moving. That's the Kundalini bringing awareness and motion to the stuck grief. If they simultaneously invite the cosmic current through prayer or visualization of light from above, they may gain an insight or a new perspective on that old pain, perhaps forgiveness or understanding. That's the pattern of higher order coming in. After the session, they might feel lighter in the chest, breathe easier, maybe even feel a tingling or openness that wasn't there in years. Over time, continuing this practice entrains the heart to beat with a rhythm of safety and openness again, rather than the erratic rhythm of fear. The trauma is not magically erased from memory, but its energetic charge has been neutralized and harmonized with the rest of the field. Science is beginning to catch up with these ideas in fields like somatic psychology and energy medicine. It's known that trauma lives in the body as much as the mind, and releasing it often requires bringing safe, gentle attention and physical presence to the stuck energy. What ascending energy does, and creating a new corrective experience or pattern for the nervous system, what descending energy facilitates. By breathing and visualizing the two currents through a trauma, you are essentially doing an energetic form of somatic therapy, feeling the blocked area with compassion and warmth, while retraining it with a new coherent pattern of vibration. The result is that the trauma can finally complete its process and resolve, rather than remaining an emotional minefield. As one energy healer put it, Kundalini clears blockages, restoring balance to the subtle body and nervous system, which aligns with countless anecdotal reports of emotional release during Kundalini awakenings or deep breathwork sessions. Resonating as your chosen state of being, manifestation. Once the energetic field is cleared of major blockages and running openly between earth and sky, being itself becomes a creative act. In this state, you are no longer fighting against inner resistance or past trauma at every turn. You have a greater degree of energetic freedom. This is where the concept of manifestation through resonance comes into play. Rather than trying to attract something from a place of lack, you focus on embodying the state of being that aligns with what you desire. If your heart is oscillating clearly and coherently, and you consciously choose what you are resonating, e.g., choosing to cultivate joy, love, abundance internally, then your field will broadcast that signal outward, and the universe, in its interconnected wisdom, will tend to echo it back in the form of opportunities and experiences. It's been said that manifestation is really field resonance. By tuning your personal energy field to a certain frequency, you allow reality to organize itself around you in accordance. For example, instead of saying, "I want to attract love into my life," which implies love is something outside of you, in a resonance-based approach, you generate the feeling of love within. You become love, radiating compassion, kindness, and warmth in your thoughts, actions, and energy. Your heart, as we discussed, will radiate that love frequency into your environment. People in situations that match that loving frequency will be drawn to you, almost like iron filings aligning to a magnet, while those of a vastly different frequency may fade away. This is why many spiritual teachers emphasize living in the end, or acting as if. By living as though you already are abundant, peaceful, or successful, you set your field to that reality now, and then material circumstances catch up more easily. Resonance is the bridge between your inner state and external reality. When your vibration is inconsistent or filled with static, e.g., you do affirmations for abundance but secretly feel fear and scarcity, the signal you send out is mixed, like a fuzzy radio channel. The results you get will also be mixed. But when you consistently cultivate the feeling of your desired state, whether through meditation, visualization, gratitude, or just daily habits of thought, you tune yourself to a clear station. The energy you live in now sets the tone for what shows up next. As one blogger succinctly put it, if you practice resonating confidence and success. You'll notice over time that the coincidences and opportunities aligning with that state begin to appear because you are essentially in harmony with those outcomes. Importantly, this isn't about ignoring reality or faking it superficially. It's about genuinely shifting your state of being, which once your field is clear, you have much more power to do. After clearing trauma and balancing your energies, you gain a heightened self-awareness and self-regulation ability. You can tell when your vibration dips and bring yourself back to center with breath, movement, or prayer. You become, as some say, the master of your own frequency. Mystics from various traditions have described this state as living in the world, but not of it. You still face challenges, but you handle them from a place of inner alignment, so they resolve with more ease. You're not so much forcing your will onto reality as you are dancing with it, leading with your heart's energy. Modern teachers like Dr. Joe Dispenza articulate this process in quasi-scientific terms. The combination of a clear intention, thought, and an elevated emotion, heart energy, broadcasts a new electromagnetic signature that the quantum field, the universe, picks up. When you hold that state consistently, the quantum field responds by yielding synchronicities and manifestations that match your signal. In simpler words, who you are being is the template for what you will experience. If you become abundance, you will experience abundance. If you become compassion, you will experience compassion from others. This might sound philosophical, but consider it in light of what we learned about the heart's field. Others can literally sense and respond to your heart's electromagnetic output. If you walk into a meeting resonating confidence and openness, people are neurologically and energetically more likely to mirror that, leading to a successful interaction. If you approach a goal feeling whole and grateful, rather than desperate and lacking, you're more cognitively resourceful and emotionally resilient, which greatly improves the likelihood of favorable outcomes. Thus, manifestation isn't magic. It's a natural byproduct of maintaining a certain energy and thereby influencing the subtle probabilities around you. Grounding and completing the circuit with gratitude. Now there is one more crucial element to lock in this energetic process: gratitude. Gratitude is often hailed as one of the highest vibration emotions, and it plays a special role in grounding your desired state into physical reality. Why? Because gratitude is the emotional signature of completion. It signals that something is accomplished and received. When you truly feel grateful, you are saying to your body and the universe, "It is done, and I am thankful." Neuroscience-backed teachings suggest that feeling gratitude in advance, before the physical evidence appears, can turbocharge manifestation. Dr. Joe Dispenza emphasizes that gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. In his view, if you can feel as grateful right now as you would if your goal had already materialized, you are instructing your brain and body to experience that outcome as real, which aligns your energy completely with that reality. Essentially, you close the gap between wanting and having. Your heart and mind assume the circuit is closed. The intention is fulfilled, and thus your electromagnetic field broadcasts a signal of wholeness rather than longing. The earth element in you, your body, subconscious, the material plane, gets the message. This energy is integrated. We have what we sought. Gratitude also has a grounding effect. It stabilizes the charge in the physical plane. meaning it helps anchor the high-frequency energies into our tangible experience. Think of it this way. You've run all this powerful energy through your system, raised Kundalini, drawn down inspiration, cleared blocks, set a new heart-centered frequency. That energy, if not grounded, could remain a swirling potential, or even make you feel a bit unmoored, like having lots of ideas but no results, or feeling spiritually high but physically disorganized. Gratitude acts as the earth wire that lets the energy discharge safely into actual events and relationships. It converts the abstract into the lived concrete. In feelings of sincere appreciation, you are settling the energy into your body and environment. It's no longer just up in the air. It's acknowledged, absorbed, real. You might recall times in your life when you truly gave thanks for something. Often it comes when a process completes, like graduating, recovering from illness, achieving a dream. The act of gratitude seems to mark a full stop. The chapter closes and a new one can begin. That's exactly what we want to do energetically after manifesting or healing work. By consciously practicing gratitude, you send a powerful signal. I have received the benefit, blessing, lesson, and I lock it into my reality now. This not only feels wonderful, but also has measurable effects on the brain and heart. Research shows gratitude can shift the heart's rhythms into coherence and release neurochemicals that support well-being. It literally tunes your nervous system to a state of relaxed satisfaction, which is the ideal state for allowing things to materialize. In our context, after doing breathwork or meditation, connecting heaven and earth, end in gratitude. Feel thankful to the earth for its energy, thankful to the cosmos for its light, and thankful to your own heart for orchestrating the dance. This simple act completes the circuit. It tells your subconscious that the job is done, the trauma is healed, or the intention is fulfilled, which encourages your body to actually believe and behave as if it's true. For instance, gratitude that a painful memory taught you something and is now behind you will help your body stop triggering stress responses around that memory. Gratitude that you have already received abundance will prompt you to behave more generously and confidently, thus physically attracting more abundance. As one quote attributed to Dispenza summarizes, gratitude becomes the emotional signature that it's already happened. In that state, you are not yearning or chasing, you are embodying fulfillment, which, paradoxically, is what brings more fulfillment into your life. Finally, gratitude is deeply grounding because it roots you in the present moment. When you're grateful, you are here, in your body, acknowledging what is. You're not dissociating or living in the future. This presence ensures that all the high-frequency work you did doesn't just remain a nice idea, but translates into real thoughts, choices, and actions in the now. It turns energy into lived circumstance by closing the loop. Heaven's energy meets Earth's reality in the heart, and gratitude seals their union. Conclusion. In conclusion, the interplay of rising Kundalini energy and descending cosmic energy within us is a profound mechanism for healing and creating our reality. The heart, at the midpoint of these forces, is where the magic happens. It's the alchemical cauldron where earth and sky unite into a coherent field of love, or any state we choose. Through the simple act of breath, we can consciously guide these currents, helping to clear out old traumas and invite higher order into our lives. As blockages dissolve, we gain the freedom to choose our state of being and resonate with whatever experience we wish to bring forth, effectively turning ourselves into beacons that attract, or more accurately, create, corresponding experiences. Remember that this is a practice and a process. One does not clear a lifetime of trauma or instantly perfect their reality with one meditation. But day by day, breath by breath, you can feel the difference. More groundedness, more inspiration, a more open heart, and gradually more synchronicity and flow in life. By being what you seek, by oscillating that frequency steadily in your heart, everything around you, which is ultimately connected by fields of energy, begins to shift. Your life becomes an expression of your inner coherence. And whenever you complete a cycle, be it a healing release or the manifestation of a goal, ground it in gratitude. Let gratitude be the gentle click that affirms to every level of your being, yes, this is real, and I welcome it. In doing so, you honor both heaven and earth, thanking the cosmos for its guidance and the earth for its support. You stand at the heart, the adept of your own life, weaving light and matter with each breath, and radiating the truth of your being into the world. Thank you for watching and reading this deep exploration. If you found value in this video, take a moment to share, like, and subscribe. Leave a comment about your spiritual journey and how things are going so far in this grand ascension we're all a part of. You've already begun the process. Until next time, stay blessed and keep resonating at your highest frequency.